Hi everyone, Paul Akers, host of the American Innovator. You know, the innovative spirit is alive and well, and everywhere I travel around the world, I bring back ideas and creativity to share with my audience to continuously improve and change the way we live. Welcome to the American Innovator.
So 3 weeks ago, I get the email that Al's planning another incredible Porsche driving experience, and this is called the Oregon Fall Porsche Tour. All the Canadians come down from the north and we meet down in Seattle and we begin our journey through the Cascades over by Mount St. Helens, and this is Spirit Lake. We cross the Columbia River Gorge over towards the Dalles, and as we do that, we stop over in the little town of Mosier, and it is just fantastic, and the roads are incredible, and we stop to get a cookie and look at some great Porsches on Route 30. Meet Steve and shows us some of his great cars and go up over the top, and the next day we go over into Oregon and the roads are just fantastic. We go out along the gorge, the scenery is incredible, and we find the roads we're looking for, the twisties, back in the middle of nowhere. Lots of windmills, beautiful countryside, and then we come across this old house. Jay and I stopped here once before, and it's just great. We lined up all the cars, took some killer photoshops. Alf's car, Jay's car. Beautiful mountains. And Al, our fearless leader. Countryside is just spectacular. Got a great shot out by the windmills. Jay and I are always messing around looking for photo shots. And we're on our way, and we stop at Condon, meet some of the boys in the local restaurant.
What are you doing?
Some of the local cows.
Big boy.
And then we stop every so often and, shoot the breeze and look for new twisties. And we found one, and boy, this one is awesome. So I stop the car and get out and get some great shots of people coming up the road. The most amazing thing is there's nobody anywhere. It's like these roads were made to drive on like this. I've been on tracks that don't even come close to this. They're so good. Testosterone. How do you spell it? Porsche. So after I film everyone, Jay says, okay, I'll film you, Paul. So I give Jay over my camera. And he does pretty good at tracking with me. I guess I'm so fast he can't stay with me perfectly. And here I come for the money shot. Yeah. And then we stop over at Shanko, see some great cars. And a girl's doing a music video, and Jay gets a couple shots with her by his car. On the way out, we come across this phenomenal old gas station. Can't believe the pumps were just sitting there. And then we find some just flat out incredible roads that Jay and I go for it on. So we're driving, 10, 12 hours a day. Just beautiful scenery everywhere you go. And just had a great time. This is the end of our second day. And after we finish the day, we go back to the Dalles, spend the night there, second night. We have dinner and just have a great time. I get up ahead of everyone and get everybody for a quick drive-by shot. About 9 of us on this trip again. And we're heading back out. Perfect roads. It was so nice of them to build these roads for us. And then on the last day, we head back out across the Cascades. and we climb up over into Mosier, and we do one lead follow again, and it is just an unbelievable road. Some of the best twisties I've ever been on. You just got to sit back and enjoy this. You also got to appreciate the camera, how good a job it's doing. I'm shooting with my Sony with the gyro inside of it. And look how stable this is. And this is even sped up, so you know it would be exaggerated even more, but the dampening system in the camera is just absolutely incredible to be able to do this footage. And I've got it suction cupped onto the windshield. It's just like reliving the whole thing over and over again. So I speed up the footage a little bit, and the reason why I do that is you just kind of can't get the sensation of how fast we're going. And if it was normal speed, it'd seem like we maybe were going a little slow, but in reality we're doing pretty well. And we get up over the top, and then we're going to come down and drop down into Mosier. We'll stop by Route 30 again, and we'll see the classic cars and meet up with a whole nother Porsche group. That would be doing a little drive. Even the railings, look how gorgeous the railings are. Everybody's in a pretty tight pattern. You know, after about 3 days of driving like this, you're pretty tired. You're like ready to say, okay, I've had enough. But then as soon as Al sends out that email and says, hey, we're going on another trip, everybody signs up and says, oh, I can't wait. It's an amazing experience being able to feel the performance of these cars. Normally they're idling down the road at 60 miles an hour, but to feel their handling and just the capacity of these cars is just really a special experience. Getting down into Mosier now. This is all right along the Columbia River, and this is on the Oregon side. Kind of think to yourself, these roads have to end at some point, but look at they just keep going and they're just perfect. So I'm using our mini Rhino mount to hold the camera to the windshield. It just works, just does a great job. The camera's mounted upside down, and then I flip the video in the post-processing. That allows me to get that perfect angle. You can just see a little bit in front of the car, the dashboard, and then watch the car in front of us. And I drove this entire trip, almost the entire trip with my top down. So, you know, about 30 hours of driving at least, maybe more than 30 hours of driving with the top down. We had perfect weather. And then we get down into Mosier, and we stop down at Route 30 again, and we just have a great time. And go look at a couple of the classic cars that Steve's got. And then as we stop, a whole other team of Porsches come by, and all of them are with their wives or their girlfriend. So we know they're not driving fast. Because nobody, you can't have a passenger if you really want to enjoy this car. They'd be screaming at you bloody murder like, I'm gonna kill you. So we all stop and get out and shoot the breeze a little bit, and before long we're back on the road. We're crossing back over into Washington now as we head home. And the interesting thing is, I plugged in my GPS. I needed to be in Seattle by about 2 o'clock for the Coffee Fest to meet my wife there for a trade show. And if I would have taken I-5 normal speed, it would have taken me about 2 hours and 45 minutes. But I programmed it in to go cut through the mountains, all the twisties, the really slow roads. And Jay and I took off on our own up these mountain roads, and we made it in 2 hours and 40 minutes on mountain roads all the way to Seattle. And the corners were crazy. I'll let you extrapolate what you want from there. There's a cool shot looking up at me as I'm driving and running behind Jay. That was the end of our fantastic fall tour.
Remember, life's an adventure. Be a part of the solution. Go out, learn, improve, change, think outside the box. We can change the way the world thinks. Be an innovator. I really got to stop getting myself in these situations. That's a leopard, and that's an elephant. Yes, and this is a cheetah.
Like, oh, I saw
Here,
that already.
kitty, 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 kitty,
Oh,
kitty.
cute. He wants to play.
Uh-oh. Got it.